What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T-Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Neo, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So today's video will be a bit different than the usual content. No stock market talk, no crypto talk. Instead, the focus will be on recapping Tesla's AI Day that was just held on Friday, September 30th. They introduced their Optimus robot, gave an update on the full self-driving progress, and went into great details on Dojo, their supercomputer. This was a 3-hour-long event, and yes, I did watch every minute of it. But I will save you some time, and I'm only going to focus on the condensed 6 to 7 minute video with the highlights of the Optimus robot. I will also link a 23-minute recap video that summarizes every topic covered during AI Day. And for those of you who are interested in the full event, I'll also have a link to the full event presentation. So my plan for today is to watch the recap together. I'll come back on the other side with my takeaways. The one thing I do want to mention before I play the clip is that last year, Tesla didn't even have a robot, okay? It was nothing more than an idea, and at the time, they had a person dressed up in a robot costume. So keep that in mind for context as you're watching the footage here. Now, don't forget to drop this video an early like and subscribe, as it does really help the video gain more exposure. Thank you, and with that, let's watch the highlights.
The bot got some moves too. So this is essentially the same full self-driving computer that runs in your Tesla cars, by the way.
This is literally the first time the robot has operated without a tether. Was on stage tonight. So the robot can actually do a lot more than we just showed you. We just didn't want it to fall on its face. So we'll show you some videos now of the robot doing a bunch of other things, which are less risky. Yeah.
We should close the screen, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to show a little bit more what we've done over the past few months with the bot, and just walking around and dancing on stage. Just humble beginnings, but you can see the autopilot neural networks running as is, just retrained for the bot directly on that new platform. That's my watering can.
Yeah, when you see a rendered view, that's the robot. That's the world the robot sees. So it's very clearly identifying objects. Like this is the object it should picking it up. Yeah.
We use the same process as we did for Autopilot to collect data and train neural networks that we then deploy on the robot. That's an example that illustrates the upper body a little bit more. And something that we'll try to nail down in a few months, over the next few months, I would say, to perfection.
This is really an actual station in the Fremont factory as well that it's working at.
Yep. So.
And that's not the only thing we have to show today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you saw was what we call Bumble C. That's our sort of rough development robot using semi-off-the-shelf actuators. But we actually have gone a step further than that already. The team's done an incredible job. And we actually have an Optimus bot with fully Tesla-designed and built actuators, battery pack, control system, everything. It wasn't quite ready to walk, but I think it will walk in a few weeks. But we wanted to show you the robot, something that's actually fairly close to what will go into production, and show you all the things it can do. So let's bring it out.
Do it.
So here you're seeing Optimus with these are with the degrees of freedom that we expect to have in Optimus Production Unit 1, which is the ability to move all the fingers independently, to have the thumb have 2 degrees of freedom, so it has opposable thumbs, and both left and right hand, so it's able to operate tools and do useful things. Our goal is to make a useful humanoid robot as quickly as possible. And we've also designed it using the same discipline that we use in designing the car, which is to design it for manufacturing such that it's possible to make the robot in high volume at low cost with high reliability. So that's incredibly important. I mean, you've all seen very impressive humanoid robot demonstrations, and that's great, but what are they missing? They're missing a brain. They don't have the intelligence to navigate the world by themselves. And they're also very expensive and made in low volume. Whereas Optimus is designed to be an extremely capable robot, but made in very high volume, probably ultimately millions of units. And it is expected to cost much less than a car.
I'll just bring it directly to the right here.
I would say probably less than $20,000 would be my guess.
Okay.
Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that was super cool, especially the footage around the office and how it's getting around using the full self-driving software. Just mind-blowing. So first off, it's worth saying that AI Day is in all reality a recruiting event meant to show off Tesla's capability to wow and attract new talent. My guess is that the mainstream media will likely downplay the event and call it a distraction or worse, empty promises. If you consider that the financial news is seemingly incapable of looking past the next 2 quarters, it's not too surprising that that will likely be the reaction. Now, the fact of the matter is, during AI Day last year in August of 2021, the conceptual idea of Optimus was unveiled with a person dressed up as a robot, right? As I said earlier. 6 months later, okay, they had a fully working concept called Bumble C, which is the first robot that came out on stage, and it's the same robot that is currently working at one of the stations in the Fremont factory. That to me again is mind-blowing. Now, the latest iteration is the one that came out last, and it took about 8 months to get to that level. One of the things that they stressed over and over is how much inspiration they have taken from the biological human body to design the hands, joints, and ultimately deliver on how the robot is supposed to move, right? The goal is to truly have the same range of motion that a human being does. Another thing that caught my attention is the fact that all the components going into the robot started off as off-the-shelf Tesla items that they, changed the form factor on. But over time, as they're working through this process, so I mean, they focused on the knee, for example, and how, that actuates. It was super cool to watch. Again, if you go to the longer version, you'll see that. And again, all designs are in-house by Tesla. That is huge. The bottom line is this. Tesla aspires to have a working commercialized robot for sale in 3 to 5 years. And frankly, given how far they've come in just 8 months, I'm willing to bet that they will deliver on this promise and at the $20K or less price point. So I'm curious, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Were you impressed? Were you not? Do you think that Tesla should be pushing the boundaries of robotics and AI? Or do you think it's a fool's errand and they should just forget about it? But with that, that's really where I'm going to leave it today. Tesla just announced the date for their earnings call. It's set for October 29th. I'll cover their performance once we get a bit closer. Once again, don't forget to drop this video a like and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday for my weekly video. Till then, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching, stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.